Mic check 1 2 1 2. Sounding good so far. Okay. Good evening. How you guys doing tonight? My name is Rob, and I do a lot of things, but tonight I'm gonna make a beat. Tonight I'm continuing on with a project that I started a little more than a week ago, and it's called actually COVID-19 The Cure beat tape. And we got 10 tracks so far, and my goal is to do another 9 to complete this particular collection. Definitely it's on Soundcloud, Last of the Emcees, and COVID-19 The Cure beat tape. So every night we've been live streaming, and I'm gonna let you hear last night's as I send out the link to people. Y'all let me know what you think. Let me turn the volume up. Can you hear it? Yeah, so that was last night. And tonight we're going to do number 11. So I'm looking forward to that. I posted a short video a little while ago. Just how I was feeling, how I've been feeling. And, you know, just trying to keep myself in good spirits. Trying to kick it with my people. I miss being in the studio, so just gonna invite people and see if they show up. And if not, I'm still gonna make the beat, so that's a given. It is what it is though. So damn, I reached the limit. I have many to go. Okay. So interesting. Okay. So I don't know what's going on with the. I have to get a little bit more versed with Instagram, IG, but hopefully they'll get the message. So yeah, man, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So trying to step it up, and just make what I'm doing make a little sense to me, and just learning some new things, figuring it out. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure it out together. I have been sending out invites to the stream, sharing it, and those type of things. I apologize. I don't want to be distracted. But I'm a creator. I've been creating. Many of you, if you came through, I've done work for you guys. This is my website. I built it out. Nothing fancy, but these are photos that I've taken, graphics. Let's see what we got. Some of the past work. Just a few photos. I have like too many graphics and too many photos. So websites that I've worked on. I actually have been, in one way or another, involved in putting these sites together. So that's in the repertoire, as well as videos. And, you know, this is what I've been doing. This is what I do. And I wish to continue to do this. Street Judge is actually a show that I co-produce with my friend Fernando Rasta Tree. This is the actual card. I also co-produce a show with my guys from Global Corruption called GCTV. Shot music videos for I lose track how many people. But yeah, man. When everybody was trying to figure it out, me and my guys, we were putting the lower thirds down in the corner before everybody else was. Learning about the PNGs and the transparencies before everybody else is sticking their logos on the video. You see, we've been doing that. This actually, the Street Judge logo, um, me and Ross, we sketched it out in my crib, in my book, in my sketchbook, and we sent it to O, and that's what O sent us back. The first one he sent us was a little bit off, but he tweaked it and it came out dope. So I'm happy for that. Um, my boy O helps us out with a lot of graphic work. He did my logo for Last of the Emcees. He did the Street Judge logo. He did this Black Superheroes logo. And I think he did this Rocketone logo too. I know he did the Just Born logo. I did this Us We logo for my boy Shakar. This was my old RMJ Media logo before we came out with the new one. And this is a logo that I think tweaked for the owner of Wee Wee Pizza. It's crazy out here. So I'm sitting in here talking to myself, saying to myself, I need to do something, you know, something. Gotta figure this out. So I said, well, I'll do the beat tape since I'm gonna make a beat every day anyway, regardless. I figured, hey, why not? So let me just check, make sure. See, I'm still leaning up too close. I need to be about right here when I'm talking, so you guys over there can see me. So yeah, I jotted some things down. And it's just like this. It's just too much to like remember. So I'm just gonna go to IG real quick, and I'm gonna go down the list. Yeah, shout out to Novel Hooli, the GOAT. Shout out to Hooli Savage. Shout out to Judy D. Shout out to Ghetto God. Shout out to ECU Films. Shout out to Vlad, The Real Explicit, Street Judge TV, Smiles Calhoun. It's your boy Allen, Roster Tree, Ace Clark, Repost Exchange, Picks by R, Lahore Lee, what's up, buddy? Hit me up, man. Let me know what's good. HK, Marcy, what's good, Marcy? Fism, what's good, Fism? DJ Big Noodles, big shout out to DJ Big Noodles doing his thing. Kim Hooli, Hooli Cow, what's good? What's good, Cole? Coyote, what's going on, man? Jewel House Media, 7 Touch, shout out. Letitia Saunders, what's good, girl? What's good? Man, I hope everything is good. I hope everything is good, man. I missed you guys. The Bud, man. Sim, where you at, bro? Kigo, shout out. Dopeness Media. Shout out to Dopeness Media, one of the dopest MCs I know. Shout out to Hooleyville, my guys and girls. Happy Machine Beats. Wait till you hear what I did on your Blood beat, son. I killed it. The Shirt Chef, shout out for making us the Hooleyville gear. We appreciate you, Taj. What's good? Who else? It's just so many people, man. But shout out to everybody, man, and I hope you guys are doing well. So we gonna get down to business. Super Cow in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? So peep it, man. Listen, I got everything set up. Um, Tonight I'm gonna do beat 11 and possibly get into 12 a little bit too. I want y'all to go check out Diddy's town hall. He had a couple of nights ago. When y'all get a chance, check that out. And when you get a chance, check the video I posted up earlier. It's a little bit. It's that's me. And from now on, as we working, that's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be me. Like we in my house, we in my living room, like we chilling, like we got a social distance. So I can't be smoking with y'all no more. That's like that's y'all gonna have to roll. It's pretty much a new day. It's a roll your own day and age right now. I just came inside. The mask and the glove. It's a brave new world right now. And man, listen, we gotta get it together, man. We gotta get it together. It's serious, man. A few weeks ago, like I was saying earlier, my tooth was killing me. It was, and I had to get it pulled. And it started out in the beginning of March, and I went back and forth to Lincoln Hospital in Bronx, New York, Coronavirus Central, New York City, right in the middle, the heart of the danger zone. Lincoln Hospital is on 149th Street and Morris Avenue, and bro, I was like, so this is the things you find yourself in healthcare limbo. I'm waiting for my benefits to kick in. They canceled my benefits a couple of months ago in February after I just applied for them. It took me 4 months to get them, from September to actually February, when they said I was approved. No, January they said I was approved. It kicks in February 1st. February 1st comes around, and then 2 weeks later I get a letter: you didn't pay the premium, we canceled your insurance. So now, damn, what I'm gonna do? I need to get this tooth out of my mouth. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, yo, self, you know what's up. If you go to Lincoln Hospital, what they gonna do? First of all, they're gonna tell me my blood pressure is real high, and they're gonna want me to stay in the hospital to bring my blood pressure down. And I'm like, bro, we can't be in the hospital right now. This is like the beginning of March. So that Friday was the last day I worked. I went to the hospital that Friday afternoon, and I had a mask and my gloves on, and they had the tents outside the emergency room. And I seen people standing on line outside. So I was like, damn, that's not usually where they stand in. We usually go inside the hospital, right? So I realized, okay, so that must be the testing line right there. And then I went into the hospital and just praying to God that, yo, I don't catch this shit. So, of course, my blood pressure was high. That Friday night, they was like, look, we can't do nothing for you right now. Your tooth is hurting. Come back on Monday. And I was like, Monday? No. They was like, they made an appointment for me for, I think it was, I forget day it was, but it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, to come back to the hospital to see my doctor to see if I can get my tooth pulled. If that's how it went. Or I went back Monday and they kept me. No, that's what it is. They went back that Monday and they said my blood pressure was still high, because I went to the dentist anyway that Monday. And it was like, nah, we can't pull your tooth. I was like, bro, please. It was like, nah, your blood pressure's too high. If we pull your tooth, you might have a stroke, da-da-da-da-da. And this is what happened. So I stayed in the emergency room overnight, sitting down there. They gave me a room. I'm like, damn, I'm getting admitted. I don't need to be in this hospital right now. But I was like, okay, blood pressure's high. Let's not take any chances. It's still early. So that Tuesday, I went home and I wasn't able to. I was so that Tuesday they made the appointment. I think it was for April 6th. So it had to be like the second week in March and not the first. So, because I remember it was approximately 2 to 3 weeks that I had to wait for the 6th to get there, and I was like, I don't know. I'm saying to myself, I don't know if I could last to the 6th with this tooth in my mouth. So I went back the following Monday I said, fuck it, I've been taking the medicine, you know, the new medicine they put me on. I've been taking the antibiotics that they put me on. I'm going to go take my chances and see if I can get this tooth pulled out right now. And I went in again, mask, gloves on, and I was petrol. I was like, oh my God, it's like, why am I coming back here again? Like, you know what's in here. It's like, you know you don't need to be in there, but I had to get that tooth out. So that's how bad my tooth hurt. It hurt so bad that I was willing to go into COVID Central to get it pulled. And they pulled my shit. They pulled it. And I feel so much better. Like, it's like, I wasn't thinking about getting COVID or coronavirus or nothing. I just wanted to get my tooth out. So that's what I did. So I'm grateful for that. So shout out to everybody that pulled up. And look, man, this is what we did. So once again, this is last night's beat. Number 10. That's what we up to right now.
What if your email magically CC'd all the
Isn't
right
that
people?
funny?
And what if your email let
Okay,
you
so
easily
we have to
share
wait
a
for the
message with
advertisement.
everyone
Excuse
who
me.
needs to see it? Then it wouldn't be
But,
email at all. Spend less time managing your inbox.
But yeah, so that was my experience getting my tooth pulled. And it's just such a relief now. I was popping Tylenol like OD. I thought I was like, I could have literally just took the whole bottle. That's how much pain I was in. So this is last night. Let me turn it up.
Fake shit to look real.
We- Yeah, so that's number 10. So that's what we were working with last night. So shout out to my boy Seven Touch Joel. He's been helping me out with all of these levels all week, trying to get the mic right, trying to get the camera right, trying to just get it right so it looks professional. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do So we want it to look good. You know what I'm saying? So now I can monitor my YouTube channel. I can see who's making comments on the other PC, and I can work on the main PC. So these are the tracks that I want to dig into tonight, 11 and 12. Jump right into it. So as to save time, I've been doing just a little pre scouting, scouting for sounds. And if you listen, if you actually go through the COVID-19 The Cure and you listen to the flow of the beats, it's like it takes you on a little up and down. It takes you on this journey. And I'm going to continue it. So let's see what I got. I don't even remember this sound. I'm going to start off with the first sound. Let's hear that. Okay, I like that. Okay, now let's hear the next sound. Okay, I see what's going. I like that. And let's hear what else we have. I like it so far. Definitely, I love it. Okay, cool. So I like that right there. Let's see, where are we gonna go with this though? Like where I want to take it. I want to hear something. What I want to hear. Okay, let's get a bassist. Let's get a bass. Let's get somebody playing the 808. So right now we have two. I think I got two samples, and I'm playing. No, it's actually three samples in here. So the first sample. Let me see. Which was the first one? If we click on the first track. Or is it? No. Mm. I can't catch it. But anyway, those are the sounds. So it goes. So that's. No. Yeah. Oh, gotta. Okay. So. Something like that. I forgot how I played it. Okay. So now with Reason, this is Reason. Propeller had Reason. So with Reason, I have multiple tracks open. I want to open up number 10. So I could create a preset with the sounds already in there. Let's say I want to play with those same sounds all the time, but I don't necessarily want to do that all of the time. So I want to go to my rack and I want to find the bass, the 808. Which is, I think, right here. Yeah, that's the Sunny D 808. And you right click, copy device and track, go back to number 11, come to the rack, go to the last device, hit edit, paste devices and tracks, go to our sequencer view. You're going to see me switching between the mixer, the rack, and the sequencer through the whole project. So just so you know. All right, so what I want to do is I want to delete the data from track 10 from the bass, and I'm just going to play with the bass for a minute. So now I want to hear the beat. That might work. That might work. Let me hear it. And then we just come back with it. So let's hear how that sounds. That's what's up. That's what's up, Calca. Look. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll make this a loop, 8 bars, and copy it. And it's just that simple. Copy it. You see the now time marker moves to bar 9, and then paste it. So right now we got 4 basic sounds. So let's hear it. And listen to the bass. That's going to determine. We're gonna try to play off the bass because we want to really the tempo of this track is kind of slow, but when the drums hit, and when I want to get some old school drums, like I want to get some 90s drums, like a nice hot 90s snare and shit, and kill it. So had a hi-hat. So we want the hi-hat to reflect that. So let's get some drums real quick. And we're going to go to the rack for that, my bad. And right click. We're going to add an instrument, a Kong drum designer. And what do I want to do? I want to right click on the first pad. So the Kong has 16 pads like an MPC. And if you hear what I'm playing right now, those are all the sounds that are already inside of Reason on this device. If I wanted to, I can go into the Kong kit right here, right click, and browse, and I can change the whole kit. And all of the keys, all of the sounds will change across all 16 pads. But instead, I just want to assign samples to specific pads. So I would right click on the pad. We're going to go to Splice. We're going to go to Samples. And we're going to go to Packs. And inside Packs, these are all of the packs that I have. And I find that I can get some real killer. I found that Sunny Digital's kit is dope. Lex Luger's kit is dope. Travis Barker's kit is dope. But I'm still looking for that kind of Premier snare, like the snare that I used on the Street Stew beat. We trying to get those kind of snares. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm in the packs, I'm gonna type in snare. And hit enter, and it's gonna search for the snares inside the folder. So, yeah, that's how we doing it. So 144, I think I can. That's enough to go through. So I'm gonna stop it right there. So what happened? Splice, samples, packs, snares. Come on now, stop playing. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing every night. And will continue to do so. See, now when I put snares with an S on it, I don't get as many hits. So let me stop this. Let me see. Those are loops. Let me check out some of JD snares. See, that's hot. I like that right there. That's hot too. See, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. That one right there. Let me see. Maybe that snap with it. I'm not sure. Now we're going to get a hi-hat. And let's go back to the packs. And actually, yeah, we're going to go hi-hat. Hi-hat. I was thinking maybe I should get the kick first, but... And with hi-hats, it's like, if you can't find a hi-hat within the first few, then, I don't know. See, those are like... See, I like that. I kind of like that. Yeah, that'll work. And now we're gonna find a kick. And I need a hard kick. I need something like a real boom bap kick. Okay, so it's about 90 kicks. Okay, so let's see. City kick. That's something I don't like that. That's an 808. We don't need that. Let me see. See, both of those are hot. Drag that there. Drag number 7 here. Nothing. See, that's lively. Let's hear that. This will be high. All I have to do is just raise the volume up a little bit. But that's hot. So I'm gonna go to the mixer and just on this kit, this con kit right here, I'm gonna just EQ it real quick. Because it just needs to be a little. Yep. And then the bass, the kick drum, it's dope, but it needs to be gully. And then add some life to it. Okay. Now we talking. Here we go. So let's see how that came out. What I'm going to do is to see how close I played them on beat is I'm going to quantize them and see how they sound. Control K quantizes them and I'm gonna have to quantize that bass line too. Matter of fact, let me do that right now because I did not do that. Because it's just a different beast when they all hitting together. When all the notes are hitting the way they're supposed to. It's just fire. Okay. I don't like that part. Now, I do like that. Let me just slide this out the way for a moment because I do like that. So I'm gonna go back here though to 9 when the beat comes back around after the first 8 bars. I don't like this. I don't like that. That's it. I think it has to be. And then it has to go. Then I want to go drag this. So I want it to hit like. Or rather. So maybe you can have it go something like that right after the snare hits. So it'll go see, is this in the right place? Yes. So that bass is off. Let me see. Where is this supposed to go? Let me hear that. Let me solo this for a second because I want to hear this from 9. Yeah, that's on. So what's off right here? Something is off with these notes. Let me hear this like this. You hear that? It's like the snare. Let me change this to a darker color because sometimes these lines are hard to see, to know where to place these at. So yeah, I was right. It's in the right place. So shorten this a little bit, just a tad. Let me hear it. Why isn't it? It's supposed to be. Quantize it. Let's see. Okay, let me quantize all of this. Or, okay. See right there. That's on. So come back down here and you find the culprit right there. That's off. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Reason is really like getting on my nerves lately. Cause I'm find myself going to call myself quantize everything so that it plays properly. Let me hear. Excuse me. That's definitely got an old school swag to it. Okay. So now we can start to do some switches. Matter of fact, nah, hold on. Undo that, and that. And if I keep that second change, um, that's all good. I don't mind it. Copy this. Am I wrong? Undo that. Because what's this? So what about this? I can take this part out there. See that? I don't want that. So I'm gonna chop it here. And I'm going to close this. And I'm going to, if I get photo bombed, man, I'm here with the fam, so they'll be coming in and out. So okay, so that was the end of that. So that puts this here. So let's hear it. That's the intro. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. No, I'm not mad at that. Mm-hmm. I like that switch. I think I want to hear more of this. So I can kind of right there. Cut that right there. And kind of just make a little pattern is what I'm doing. So I can cut this right here. Good looks, bro. My fault, man. I don't like to get on the phone. Feel like I'm on Borderlands and shit. On my data unit and shit, and you pausing, you upgrading your guns and your weapons and everything on Borderlands, and they telling me, yo, Rob, come on, man, get off the phone, man. Come on. So, yeah. Okay. So that's the first 4 bars. It's just So we gonna cut this right here too. Matter of fact, not right there. So I want to put this like that, and then from number 5 on, let's hear that. That's hot. And then maybe right here, the skip. We're talking all of this right here. So I'm going to razor that, move this back, just a tad, and bring this here. So let's hear that. And then come back with this part. See all of that. And then come back. And that's how we string that together. So these have been two instruments, just the bass line and the drum, the kick and the snare. Now I'm going to add the hi-hat to that same, from that same pad. Okay. And we'll be moving right along. Here we go. Let's do it. Matter of fact, I just want to... You can play over yourself, but I just like create a new note lane so everything is separate always. I play the kick and the snare together because it's just natural for me to play them back off of each other, and then I separate them later on. So I'm going to play like 8 bars of the hi-hat and just loop it. So that's what we're going to do with that. And I'm going to save this before we do that, because I got a lot going on. Okay, so just checking. We still rolling heavy. Here we go. I know I said I was gonna stop. Being a drummer is hard work. And we're gonna come back and finish it. And that's that. So we'll quantize the hi-hats really quickly. And play that back. That skip is fire. Ooh, you hear how them hi-hats is rocking? I like how those, you heard that? Listen to that. So I'm gonna have to go into there and get that freaky like that, because I like that. How that the different variations with the hi-hat. So let's see. Let's see. Let's not be lazy. Let's jump in there right now and see what we have. First, now is where, before we even do that, there are a couple of things that you want to do. Number one, you want to start to separate and label your tracks. So we're going to duplicate this contract 2 more times. So we need 3. So now that we've done that, I'm going to join these clips by highlighting all of the clips on that particular track in this note lane. So this is a note lane on this track. This is another note lane on this track, so on and so forth. So if we zoom out so we can see everything, right click on all of the clips and hit join clips. What it does is it gives us one single clip, and then we can jump in there and see what we want to pull out. So I want to pull out the snares because I want the bass, I want the kick drum on that track. So I want to delete the snares from there. Then I want to go to this track and delete the bass. What did I do? I want to go to this track right here. Do the same thing we did, join these clips and click into it, double click into it, and I want the bass drums gone. So those are the snares. I don't need the kick drums there. And then the hi-hats can get taken off of this track, and we're going to keep the hi-hats on the track by itself at the end. So we'll end up having the snare drum, the kick drum, and the hi-hats. So delete this from here, and let's hear it. What is this though? Oh, that we don't need that. And I just want to make sure that okay, undo that. Go to 5 real quick. Okay, so we got that. And you figure we're going to cut that there. Bring this up. So you could cut out the beat for 4 bars and bring it back, or cut out the beat for 8 bars. It really doesn't matter. It's your choice. You're making the track. You can do different variations of it throughout the track. So now I can go into the hi-hats where I heard something earlier and listen to it from 21. No, that wasn't the part. This is the part. No, it sounded different. Let me listen to it as a whole. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna do. Stretch it out. Zoom in a little. And let's hear it. And you kind of want to like just fill it in. And you hear it. You know, you just hear it in your head. You know where it's supposed to go. It's almost like, okay, that goes there. I swear I lose this cursor sometimes. It's crazy. That's why I like to turn the screens dark. Put my glasses on. Maybe that'll help, huh? Okay, so I like that. Or like so it'll go like, no, that's extra. We don't need that one. And you can grab any note and place it where it's supposed to go, since they're all the same. You know, you want to get that melody playing with the hi-hats. Some people use FL Studio. It doesn't really matter which door. I know that Reason playing around, man. They better enable us to get these new VSTs, man, because I want to get that arcade and all of that, and I want to be able to use it in Reason. See, now you want to get that pause after that hi-hat when it goes and then come back. Take that off, delete that, cause the bass goes da-dum. You know, and I got to find out where that sound is at and get rid of that because that's annoying. I think it's in the kick drum though. But okay. So let's take it back to 5. And let's hear that. What up, Jewel House? What's going on? 7 Touch. Shout out to my man Jewel. Yo, the help has been invaluable, B. Listen, bro. You see what we doing right now, right? You're a big part of that, man. I appreciate that. He's been helping me with the levels, getting it all right. Telling me, yo, Rob, lower that down, raise that up, so we can get this live stream popping. So I like how those hi-hats are knocking right there. And this is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. And then I think this one is gonna go. This one is gonna go bye-bye. So this will go. Now, matter of fact, I think I got one extra note in there. Right there. I don't need these. Yeah, like that. See, and that last hi-hat right here in this section, we don't need that either, because this is the snare. One more time. And you just fill them in what you played with. You can, if you wanted to end out with a bang, you can bring them in all the way at the end. Now I'm just doing it, drop and drag, but you can copy and paste. You can do however you want. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to lay that down. And got a woo feel. I like that. I like that. That's trying to get it done, man. Okay, so that's a great compliment. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so here we go. That's evil sounding right there. That's okay. So I need another instrument. I need another instrument. See, here's the tricky part. So now you want to add on to this, but you don't want to mess this up. Like right now, we got some. We have a lot of potential. So this is the crucial stage. We 6 instruments in, and we want to make sure that we're choosing the right instrument to complement what you played so far. And sometimes you don't always hear it right away. That's what I noticed. Sometimes you'll hear it, you'll hear something in the beat 2 3 days later, like, oh, that's what I need. So let's see, what do we have in the orchestra so far? We have horns, we have flutes, we have violins that we have not used yet. How would I use a violin? If I could use a solo violin, let me see. Or maybe a flute. A flute might go good too. I'm not gonna hold you. A flute might go really good right here. Let's try a flute. Let's try a flute. Let's see what we can do with the flute. So let's go to the rack and create instrument. So you can either go up here to the create tab and click on create instrument. You can click on add devices, instruments, or you can right click and go to instruments, insert NNXT advanced sampler. Right click on the device and reset the device. Do I have to reset it? No, I don't really have to reset it. So let me see if it'll let me undo the reset. Yes, it will. Only when I want to pull a sound onto the sampler do I have to reset it. But if I'm just going to exchange this grand piano for a flute, all I do is click browse, go to reason sounds, and go to brass and wind, because once again the flute is a what? It's a woodwind instrument. So let's see what we got. Let's try the piccola flute. Let's hear that. Sometimes flutes mean danger, man. In the old westerns and shit, you hear that flute playing. I remember, what was it? Once Upon a Time in the West. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie, man, but I think the antagonist is harmonica, right? So his trademark is the harmonica. So it's like anytime you hear the harmonica playing, you know trouble is coming. So I forgot who played harmonica. I think it was Charles Bronson who played harmonica, if I'm not mistaken. But yo, he came through and the harmonica started playing, you know somebody was about to get killed. So let's hear what we can play. We could do a little bit of that. Let me hear how it sounds. And then right there, I don't want too much of that flute, but I like that little, maybe something. Let me hear it. Let me delete those. So I'm wondering if I played it or if I played it on there wrong. I think I did it wrong. I'm supposed to play off the first part. And I'm not supposed to come in on the first part. Let me just play that a little differently and see. So if I right click, new note lane, and I mute what we did already. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, it's a and then when it comes back, it comes back. that. Mm. And see, you hear how it sounds? It sounds pretty. And so it's like. See, it sounds like I need to be playing it with it though. It doesn't really matter. It could go either way. But yo, it looks pretty dope, man. I ain't gonna front, man. Um I said, well, I might as well use it because I got tired of changing the battery in the camera. That's what really started irking me, having to get up and change the battery in the camera. So I was like, you know what, just use the webcam on the laptop and the use the camera as like an additional the Canon camera as like that other angle and can catch the whole spread, and now you can actually see what I'm doing on the MPK Mini. So I like it. I can see the stream on the other laptop. I can see who's checking in. See now that camera, yo, the battery just died, but I hooked the HDMI cord from the camera to this, but sooner or later this camera's gonna go because there's a delay on YouTube and I'm watching it as I'm performing. So let me see. And every time I have to do this again, it seems like when I go back into the OBS, I have to set it up again. And that's the annoying part of it. So, but I have to figure that out. So, where's the Canon? Delete that. Yes. Then we're going to add a new Canon, a new Windows capture. That's going to be Canon camera. Actually, Canon. And, yep, we want that. And this is like, yo, if you got a Canon sitting around right now, you could do this with the two angles. If you got your laptop, you definitely could get the two angles just in your crib. Because he used the camera from the laptop. Oops. My fault. Let me move that back. I don't know what I did, but I did something wrong. Okay, there it goes. Whatever. So you click on that window, bring that down, pull it up, out of the way, and now we back on. So we opening up number 11, excuse me. And so this is where we're at. I need some water. So this is where we at so far. Crazy, washing your hands, hand sanitizer, wiping down everything, like daily. It's crazy. Excuse me, guys. That was good though. Okay, so what next? What do we want to add to that? I don't know, man. I still think I like keys. I like to hear some kind of keys in these songs. I'm big, and it doesn't have to. We can start with the piano and then just test out different sounds. But I definitely hear some kind of keys in here. Let's go with. If I right click instruments, let's see what this sounds like. Let me see what the upright. Let me mute that mute the flute. No, that doesn't sound good. Maybe the upright. Do not like it. Let's go to Reason Sounds. Let's go to Keys. Let's go to Acoustic Piano. And let's get the monster. you hear? So either like no. Okay, there we go. Let me hear. Mm-mm. Oh, maybe that's it. Let me hear how that sounds. Something. It goes. Then it goes. Where we at? Let's hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. Xylophone. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna play that on top of this. So let me just grab that chord, make these chords, get these chords. Let it breathe. And then we can come back. 17. Come down, huh? Oh man, I fucked it up. But yeah, so it's like so what we can do in that case is instead of bringing the drums back right here, we can push them back 8 bars or 4 bars rather, and keep that whole space empty for the guitar part. And what I'll do is come back and I'll start recording right here and just fill that in. And then we could bring him back in for the chorus. So just to have some kind of chords playing there. Now, I want to go back to the first sound. The first couple of sounds we heard, which were these three. 1, 2, 3. Before we added anything else, this is what we heard. Now, B, you said a xylophone. Trying to figure out how we would play it though. So let's get a xylophone in. So let's go back. Let's look for. I guess it would be electric piano. Nah, it would actually be, I know what it would be. Plucks and mallets. And pretty much bells, xylophone. Vibraphone. Vibes is pretty dope. Mysterious Glock. Let me hear that. It's not spooky enough. I mean, if I want to take it spooky, what's this? Stacola. I hear it. Let me hear the vibes. Let me hear it a little higher. I don't know, man. Let's go with it. Let's see what this music box sound like. See, that's the kind of pattern. See how we can? I'm sure we can get this in there. Let me hear that. So it's okay, so let's hear that. I don't know if that's gonna go So I like that though. So maybe if we trim, so we can go. So, so 3, 4, 4. So no. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. We could play different variations and see. So see, that one I like. And this is the first key. Let's try that. Did I record something? Because I really want to delete it. Okay, here we go. And that's it. That's pretty much all I need. Is just that first arpeggio part. And I'm going to see if I can get it to play a little bit faster. Let me see how it's rocking right now. Control all, highlight all, Control K. And we want to put everything on beat. So I want to grab this. And I want to solo this as well. What happened to my... Where's my cursor at though? I feel like I lose myself on screen. See? I'm not crazy. Cursor be disappearing. But stretch it out so I can see what's going on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And everything has to hit in the middle. So it's playing slow. I can dig it, but let me hear how it sounds with the hi-hat. It doesn't go. Let me play with the whole beat. Let me see if I can get a melody going with the whole beat. Let me delete that. Let's record that. Let them rock out. Okay. Now the drums are gonna drop out and it's gonna go. And then we come back with the dun, 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 dun for the chorus. So that sounds hot. I like that. So I'm gonna save that. And excuse me, I got a bad habit. Picking my lips, man. It's like they always so dry, man. I have this loose skin. It's TMI, really, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, man, I like that what we played. So I like that. I like the flute. It's just, I don't know if that's what I want to hear with the flute so far, you know. But I want to take a moment to say thanks to everybody for coming out and pulling up and listening to me talk. So I was reading earlier today. You know, we have to we can't not discuss what's going on in the state of the nation right now. And it's just really disturbing that people didn't get their game together. People, let's keep the federal government, they didn't get it together fast enough. And I read an article in the Times today, which was, let's see, by Eric Lipton, David E. Sanger, Maggie Haberman, Michael D. Shear, Mark Mazzetti, and Julian E. Barnes. We could have seen what was coming behind Trump's failure on the virus. An examination reveals the president was warned about the potential of a pandemic, but that internal divisions, lack of planning, and his faith in his own instincts led to a halting response. Situation normal, all fucked up. So, and it goes on to say just that they were telling Trump about this since January. He was, you know, it's not like he was left in the dark and it just came out of nowhere. But it's really impactful, the whole article, to sit here and read it. I think that you guys are responsible enough to Google it. And if you want, just hit me up and I'll send you the link so you can check it out. But he was warned by plenty of people. And I knew he was. And I knew that he would ignore those warnings. So I wanted to get to this part. Just this part was just really incredible. So Dr. Cadlick, who, let's just take it back for a second. I want to tell you, because this is like, wow. So there was an email sent to Dr. Kedlick, and it says he stumbled upon an email from a researcher at the Georgia Institute of Technology who was among the group of academics, government physicians, and infectious disease doctors who had spent weeks tracking the outbreak in the Red Dawn email chain. So it says a 20-year-old woman. See, my mouse is moving by itself. And it just does that sometimes when I'm scrolling down the page. I don't know. A 20-year-old Chinese woman had infected 5 relatives with the virus, even though she never displayed any symptoms herself. The implication was grave. Apparently, healthy people could be unknowingly spreading the virus, and supported the need to move quickly to mitigation. He asked, "Is this true?" The researcher wrote back that people are carrying the virus everywhere. So this is the excerpt from the email I'm guessing. So, means of spread, a study from AMA confirmed many of the parameters assumed in the models. A 20-year-old infected with COVID-19 left Wuhan and went on infecting 5 relatives. When they tested positive, she was finally isolated, but tested negative still. Listen to what they're saying. When they tested positive, she was finally isolated and she still tested negative after the people she infected tested positive. It goes on to say, and remained normal on chest CT with no fever, stomach, or respiratory symptoms, cough, or sore throat as late as February 11th. And you know that that's February because the N is next to the B on the keyboard. Time of the paper study duration. So spreading and its wide scope is unavoidable because there exist these very healthy individuals who can spread effectively even during incubation period. Whoa. While they remain perfectly healthy. It also showcases difficulty in testing. Negative tests may not be the end of it. And that's what they've been trying to tell us. And this is what Diddy was talking about the other night in his town hall meeting, is that we have to take this serious, number one, as Africans American, black people, brown people, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's not that everybody's not taking it serious, but these young kids, these young people, man, we have to figure out a way to make them realize that, yo, this is not a game. And they run around here like it's a game. They've been doing it for years now, and something serious like this is presented to them, and they're not taking it serious. So the hood has to take it serious. Artists need to step up. Get out there, tell people to stay their ass in the house. Summer's coming in New York, so you know how it's going to get. People been in the house all winter. They already riding the bikes up and down Southern Boulevard right now. It's like, when are we going to get it? It's crazy, man, but, you know, that's some of the things that I think about. I know y'all said, damn, man, we came here to watch you make a beat and you doing the Debbie Downer, but yo, it's true. Kudos to those guys, you know, who made the bunkers. You know, they was preparing for the end of the world, you know, making the bunkers. I bet they feel validated right now, you know what I'm saying? You know, sitting there, you know, your wife is standing there looking at you like, a bunker? What do we need a bunker for? He like, I'm telling you, man, you gonna thank me one day when I finish this bunker. You know, your girl is on the phone talking about, yeah, it's this nigga in the backyard digging a hole. Talking about we need a bunker. And look, you've been validated. You know, you can see it right there. Like, now what? You thought I was bullshit, right? You thought it wasn't gonna happen. Now you really want to be up inside the bunker chilling with me, you know, eating up my cereal, all the stuff that I stockpile, you know. Because you know you've been running in there, stocking up. The people with the bread right now, the people with money, who, you know, you can best believe this, sitting there, they got the air recirculating, just stockpile for years, gonna wait it out. Wait it out. You know? Got the whole family up in there. Mother, brother, sister, father, cousin, you know, people trying to knock on the bunker, get in, like, nah. We told y'all pull up earlier, but y'all wasn't listening. You know, and it's crazy, man, because it's funny, but then again, it's not funny. It's like, you could tell somebody, yo, we need to be prepared for a pandemic. We need to be prepared for an extinction level event. We need to be prepared for an alien invasion. Who knows? We need to just always be prepared, and we're not prepared as a society, as a civilization. Like, we don't learn from our mistakes, of the mistakes of the past. It's like we were supposed to learn from the mistakes. We were supposed to learn to pay attention and to listen to the smart people and to not think that we know it all and not think that everybody is bullshitting you, you know. And this is what we have in the White House right now. We have people who don't pay attention to people who know what they're talking about. And it's like it's the wrong time to have these type of people in power. But anyway, let's get back to the beat. So we have this so far. What you think if I raise the tempo up? It's 78. Seems like it's knocking slow. Let's bring it up to about 82. And let's hear that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at 82. Now if I can get maybe a trumpet or a saxophone. That's what I want. And it's just, you just going down, just picking instruments. Okay, I want, let's try a sax. I can get a saxophone that's on the corner. Grass. I just want a single sax. Well, do it. Let me see. Let me see what the trifecta sounds like. See, that doesn't sound good. And anytime I have to add like OD effects to make something sound like it's official, it's not worth it. I want something that's this psychedelic sax. Let me hear what this sounds like. It sounds authentically like a sax. I want a sax, studio sax section. I had just wanted one saxophone. And let me put some verb on that. You know what I mean? See, I want. But I want it to trail off. So let's just play it, and then I'm gonna play with the saxophone sounds. Let's record that. Let's say, hold on. Hold on. No. Yeah, that's what we want. So delete that. Or do I want to delete that? Let me keep that. Create a new note lane. Let me mute this and let's hear that. So, okay, here we go. So let me hear what I played. I like it. like it. I like it. So then let's hear that. Let me hear with the music box in behind it. Yo, good call on that xylophone. I couldn't find it, so but the music box is kind of the same thing. Now let's put the flute in. Let's hear how the flute sounds now. Now what I want to do is I want to take this, delete that. I want to take what I played with the sax and I want to copy that track. To the flute track. And I want to hear it playing with the sax. I'm gonna mute this. Let me hear it. Yeah. I think that's the instrument. The sax sounds good though. So what I would have to do is when I do the mix, I'm gonna put the sax sort of like offset to the right and the flute offset to the left a little bit when I pan them, so that they don't clash, and you'll be able to hear the flute, which is a softer instrument, and the sax. You know, I gotta EQ it and put the right amount of reverb on it, and that should be good. So now it should be time to lay out the sequence, man. We got enough instruments together for a chorus and some verses. So maybe we can get into that for a little while. Do some EQing and some leveling, and get the sound sounding nice and clear and crispy. Okay, so let's look at the big picture. The big picture is we want a song about 3.5 to 4 minutes. Right now, it's 1 minute 48. 1 minute, almost 2 minutes. So what I would like to do is take this loop, copy it, and paste it right here. Bring this back. Delete tracks that we're not using. And make this smaller. Like that. Okay, great. So we're going to concentrate on the first part of the song. So the first part of the song, we want those 3 instruments playing. Just those 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start chopping stuff up into 8-bar sections. So the razor tool, 8 bars. And I'm not going to worry about quantizing anything just yet. I just want to kind of get my blocks together. Um, and just line stuff up. So you'll start to see a pattern form. You're going to see an intro, then maybe a verse will go right into the verse, or maybe a chorus and then the verse, and then, it depends. It doesn't really matter. It's however, but what we can do just to test things out is just to mute tracks instead of deleting them. You can right click, highlight what you want to, you can lasso what you want to work with, and then mute clips and hear what you got. Now, the piano sounds harsh. So let's start to basically we're going to EQ and we're going to listen to these sounds at the same time and create this sequence. So, and what I'm going to do also, I'm going to start labeling as I go along. And the sounds like they're clashing right now, but I'll fix that. Okay. And track 3 was, what was this? See, this is almost like, should be like, almost like the lead. I don't even know what this is, what it sounds like. Sounds like a bassy sound. Let's put bass. Okay. And this is that's another bass. So that's the 808. Let's put 808 on that. And let's mute this 808 for a moment. And we already got the kick, snare, and the hi-hat. We have the flute. We have the piano. We have the music box. And then we have the sax. So now we can go to the mixer, now that everything is labeled. And I'm going to start with this bass sound. Solo that. Just a little reverb. And then, so the beat is just looping, so it's just giving me time to work. That's without the verb. Let's hear the first sound. Turn the EQ on. And I want to put the same effect on the second one. And I'm going to pan. Each one you'll be able to hear. Let's hear the bass kick. Let's hear the 808. Let me hear it in the front. Okay. Okay. Let's open up that 808 a little bit. And I'll put a little verb on that. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the snare. And this kick drum. Bring the hi-hat out some. This kick is hitting. And we can put some snare. See, I don't know about y'all, but I like my snares like snappy. I want them to come through the beat. So this is like the chorus, but it's more stuff in the chorus. So these instruments, all of this extra is going to be in the chorus. Not too much in the verse, but definitely in the chorus. Let's see what's out the flute. See how the flute trails off? The sax wasn't doing that. Now we're gonna fuck with the piano. Oh, I didn't even turn this. You're gonna hear such a difference. what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix this out, get the key of the song, and then I'm gonna once I get the key of the song, I'm going to bring some chords in that key, and then we'll play that on the piano. So for now, I'm gonna mute the piano and come back to the music box for a sec. Let me just loop that for now. And I'm going to copy the flute settings onto the music box. And then I'm gonna lower the music box. Okay, so let me hear this. Okay, so the bass, the 808 is gonna come out sometimes because I don't want to hear it playing too. I want to hear those two different basses throughout the song. So I like how that starts. See, I'm wondering if. Let me hear it. I don't want to OD with the reverb, but I don't know. It sounds good. So these are our instruments. We have the piano, as I said. What I'm going to do right now is go back to the sequencer and just this 17 bar loop. I'm gonna save the track. Damn, where is my key finder before I do all of this? Is the key finder here? Let me see if I got it. Let me just download it real quick. So the key finder is this it? This is it. So key finder. Oh, he's not doing it for the for Windows. Let me just get the older version. And basically, it's for DJs to find out the key of the song so that they can mix, set up their mixes better. And it's really pretty dope too. So as soon as that finishes downloading, we'll be back in business. Oh, let me open up the internet one more time. I forgot. So view file and folder, always showing the folder, and extract here. Okay, so this is the key finder right here. And we don't need this anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to file, export loop as audio file, COVID-11, save that for now. It'll export the little 16 bar loop with all of the instruments playing, and we'll be able to get the key to the song, and that way I can go back to the piano and get the right chords to play along with the song. So we go to the folder, COVID, we go to the key master. We drag the song in, hit run batch analysis, scroll over, and voila, A minor. So that's the key of our song. So now with that, we go into our Unison pack that we just bought. Unison MIDI chord pack. And lo and behold, A minor. Let's go into the triads. And let's pick anything. So let's go to the piano. Right click. New note lane. And let's drag this in. Let's drag D, E, F, and G in and see what we get. And these are all MIDI files that will play on any instrument sound. Okay, so let's hear that. Let's go to the mixer. Solo, the grand piano. And let's just hear what we hear. I want to play solo, 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 solo. Let me hear this by itself. See, that's what it is. I didn't mute this track. Okay, so those are rising. So I like it. So let's start with A minor. Push these back. Let's zoom in a little bit too, so we can see what we're doing. So let's push these back. Let's start with A minor. Let's hear that. Let's hear the G. Let me hit something else with it. See, it doesn't sit well with the bass. Sometimes. I'm not gonna force the piano right now. And I just got this pack, so I'm going to say I don't need it right now. And I'll get back to that. I don't want to start dealing with these MIDI notes right now. If I can't play it out and find what I'm looking for, let me just hear it one more time. Why can't I just find something to rock with this? That might work. That might work. New note lane. Okay. So solo this, mute this second chord track. I like that. You know, when I first started making beats around, I think it was 1996, 97, I bought my 97 because it's when I moved out my pop's crib. And I had got my first apartment. And I bought an Akai S20. Let me see. So I can show y'all what it looks like. It's a like one of their first samplers. Let me show you the image of it. Yeah, so this was my first sampler. This is what I copped, and this is how I learned how to sample. And it had the little disc drive in the front. It had the 16 pads. This was like pre MPC, but the little window, and this is how I learned how to chop samples up on this baby right here. So, man, taking me back right here. This was like rocket science trying to figure this out for a minute. And it was the internet, remember in 97, it was still AOL, the dial up. We ain't have broadband cable back then. So all of that jumping on Google didn't even exist back in 97. So it was like, how do I figure this out? It was just me and the manual. So it's like, yo, and it sat there on the table for months. until I decided, I said, yo, you spent all of that money on that sampler. You spent like $500 on that thing. You just gonna let it sit there? And I was like, I know, B. But look at, man, all the buttons, man. And I just opened up the manual. I went to back then they had J&R Music World. J&R Music World was that fucking store back then. It was like Best Buy. It was Best Buy, Sam Ash, Guitar Center, Circuit City, PC Riches, all in one spot on the same block. And yo, I used to look forward to taking every time I said, yeah, I'm going to J&R Music World, you know you're going to get something good. So I went and I bought Cakewalk Home Studio. You know, it was also, let's not forget, there's been so many supercomputer stores, but also let's add Micro Center into it. It was Micro Center, all of that too. So you was able to get computer software, computer hardware, and you still could get some DVDs. I remember this the first time that I actually saw a DVD being played on display on a big screen. It wasn't a flat screen, but it was a big screen TV. And the movie was Stargate. And I remember because I went to see Stargate in the movies, and when I saw it on the DVD player playing in the store the first time, like I'd never seen a DVD being played, I was like, damn, I need to get one of those. And the rest is history. And then I don't know, I don't think they kept up with the times, like how B&H kept up with the times, kept up with, the internet. I don't think J&R Music World did that. Neither did, because people didn't see the streaming coming. They thought that the CDs were gonna last forever, DVDs were gonna last forever. And at one point I did as well. So I thought vinyl was gonna last forever, but now it's just you can find vinyl. And you can get some vinyl. I guess you can get some vinyl pressed, but I would have to research how to do that. But anyway, yeah, I spent many nights on this working with Cakewalk Home Studio. I left from J&R Music World and I looked for Barnes and Nobles. Went into Barnes and Nobles, bought the $30 softcover 300 or 400 page manual for Cakewalk Home Studio. And I kid you not, I went home. And I sat on the stoop in front of my building every day after I came home from work, reading that book. People came by and asked me, are you studying? You going to school or something like that? I said, no, I'm just teaching myself how to record myself. And that's how I taught myself, using Cakewalk Home Studio. That was the first DAW I ever used. Connected the sampler. Learned how to import sounds to the sampler from my computer, and I pushed my computer to the limit back then. But I don't have the capability that I didn't have the capability that I have now. The way that I can put together a beat now with Reason or Pro Tools or Cubase or FL Studio, it's like 5 minutes, and we need a song for something, we need a sound for something, we need background music for something. I just pull out the keyboard and we pound something out. So, but yeah, this was the first. And Cakewalk Studio later came out with Sonar, and I used that for a while. And that's where you learned how to work with VSTs. And then I migrated to Pro Tools. Shakar put me onto Pro Tools, and I started taking Pro Tools seriously. And Craig up at GC, they were using Cubase, and then we had the opportunity to cop Pro Tools, and they just sat on the shelf because we just used Cubase up there. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna jump on this Pro Tools. It's like, sitting there calling me. He was like, go ahead. So I got my iLock. I started working with Pro Tools. And then Pro Tools, you know, I lent it to the wrong person. I'll put it to you that way. I lent it to the wrong person and I never got it back. Then I started using Cubase. And along the way, I learned to work FL Studio because I was frustrated with a lot of the EQs that they had in the old Reason 4 and 5. And I could never get them to do what I wanted them to do. But when I use FL Studio, I can see everything is visual EQs, everything is visual, so I can see the waveforms as they move. I can see what's peaking and shit like that. You don't have those EQs in Reason. It's just basically the studio rack EQ. So these knobs that you see me turning on the mixing board. So this set right here, these red knobs or your high frequency, the green knobs or your high mid frequency, the blue knobs are your low mid frequencies, and the black knobs are your low frequencies. So black knobs, bass, kicks. Blue knobs you can apply to some basses and some kicks. Green knobs for snares, blue knobs. For snares, blue knobs, green knobs, and a little bit of the red knobs. Hi hats, red knobs, green knobs. You kind of get used to, okay. So this is what. So if you see an EQ from left to right, it's low, medium, high. So the low frequencies on the left, the mid frequencies, of course, in the middle, and the high frequencies on the right. So if you ever seen a hardware EQ with all of the faders on it, we played with those faders to get the sound to sound how we like it. And it's the same instance. We just don't have those faders. We have knobs. So, just that's a little bit about the EQing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The piano we not messing with right now. So I'm gonna pull that on the side. No, we are messing with the piano because I did play that new track. So I'm gonna keep that right there. I'm gonna put the music box next to that. And the piccolo and the sax. So if I have the band sitting on the stage, the drummer is in the back, of course, pounding out the drums. Then we have to do it on the synthesizer. He's got the 808 with the samples playing. Then we have somebody on the piano, and then maybe doubling with the music box on some kind of synth. And then we have somebody playing the flute, and then somebody playing the sax. So that's how that would go. So you want to kind of place those in that, how I place them on the stage. So you want to spread everybody out. You don't want everybody bunched up. So you want to spread everybody out so you can hear everybody. And that's, kind of like how you mix. So when you see me panning something to the left or panning something to the right, keeping it in the middle, lowering it down, putting a lot of reverb on it, and then pushing it into the background, things of that sort. That's how you get the most out of, your equipment. Now, I've seen people just do amazing things. Like, I'm no super duper uber professional, but I can make a decent sounding track to save my life. So it is 12 o'clock, and I think I'm satisfied with the sounds I have. So real quickly before we go, about 3 hours now. I know you're tired. Like, we've been here for 3 hours, man. He still ain't laid out the sequence. Sort of, kind of. All I'm going to do is tell you this. I'm going to sit with it for a while. And I'm going to put the sequence together. And I'm going to let you hear it. So for now, this is what we have. And I am going to have the piano come back just a few times so that you can hear how that sounds. And let's hear it. I'm going to unsolo those tracks, go back to the mixer, make sure everything is playable. I'm going to highlight this track, hold shift, highlight this track, hit the solo buttons, and then we're good to go. Got some rudimentary levels going, so let's hear it. See, now what's happened is my piano is clashing with the music box, so I'm going to get back to the piano. So I'm going to mute the piano, and we're going to listen to the song without it. While the track is playing, I'm going to mute some of the 808s. I'm going to mute the sax too. I like it. You know what? I have to be careful when I do things like that. I only wanted to move this. See now, and then as it's playing, I want to take some of the 808 out. Okay, so now there comes that part in the song where I just want to hear those original 3 instruments that I sampled. So now is my opportunity for that right here. I actually don't want to hear the 808 here. So I want to hear those 3 instruments. Bring the flute back. And then that's how the song gonna go out. And then we're gonna fade out. We're just gonna fade out like that. Or we could come back in for one more go round, depending on what how I'm feeling. But listen, thanks for hanging with me again. This has been the best experience for myself. I love the look. I love how things are coming along. I love the new office setup, my work from home setup. And I'm gonna work on this tonight and some tomorrow, and it's going to be up. COVID-11. This track will be up on Soundcloud tomorrow. Thanks for pulling up. Thanks for shouting me out. I love y'all. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Keep your 6 feet. Put your gloves on. Rock out with your sanitizer. If you have meds, take your meds. Drink your water. Eat your veggies. All of that stuff your mother used to tell you to do. Do that. And stay in the house. Walk around the corner, get some fresh air. Don't touch anybody. Don't speak to anybody. Just be to the point where just stay away from me right now. We need to just stay away from each other, man. We don't know, who's got it and who doesn't. This thing is scary. And I want us to all pull through. I want us to all come through it together. We can listen to some beats, make some rhymes, shoot some videos, have a barbecue, go outside, breathe, get some fresh air. But right now, man, we got to stay in the house. So I love y'all. Thanks for pulling up. And y'all have a good night, man. Peace.